Nether Beast 11.3 update notes. The Fallen Zeus. Wow, that looks cool. Okay. Oh, that's a cool Loki skin. Oh, that's a King Arthur skin? Look like Huey, that one Huey skin. That looks cool. Death's Rain Chalk. Are these all skins that'll transfer over to Smite 2? This one won't for some reason. These won't, but these will. Some of these skins are pretty sick. That's a cool Odin skin. All right, here we go. You know what we care about. I don't care about any of this shit, events, stuff. They're adding domination. Wow, that's kind of cool. Duel, we don't give a fuck. Okay, balance. Here we go. Items. Inventive Executioner. With its arrival onto the battleground, this executioner glyph definitely made us mark. While we were happy that hunters feel like they are more readily able to opt into anti-heal should they need it, the speed at which it provides a strong debuff was too high. The anti-heal and anti-shield effects now stack. 4 stacks, 10% anti-heal per stack, 12.5% anti-shield. Okay, that's a cool change. That's a good change. Now hunters will get rewarded more for actually like engaging on one person the whole time or like actually connecting multiple autos. But to be fair, this item procs just off of damage, so Odysseus Bow will instant proc this anyway and get it stacked up pretty easily. However, wait a second. If you have kin size plus oboe in a build, plus mannequins, are you instantly getting all 4 stacks? Because it's 4 separate damage instances? I think you might. Okay, now Mannequin's Scepter and Mannequin's Mace. Now always heals when killing jungle monster, regardless of if the burn was applied. Oh, that's cool, but I don't think it really changes anything. Wing Shard decrease the cooldown from 120 seconds to 90 seconds. Vision Shard reduce the cooldown from 120 seconds. That's pretty cool. I don't really... Maybe you'll buy this a little bit more on some characters. Vision Shard probably still not going to be bought, to be honest. Vision Shard's weird because like you'd rather just have more kill potential by going one of the outplay shards than you would just having some more vision. So Soul Eater increase physical power from 25 to 30. Increase physical power and evolve from 15 to 20. That's a slight buff. Nice. Probably doesn't help too much. Decreases magical power from Book of Thought from 70 to 60. That is a meaningless nerf, considering you still get the most magical power from Book of Thought by far, and it synergizes with all other items. So 10 power in the grand scheme of it giving like 200 power? What? Who cares? Oh, so is that 10 at 5 on base and then 5 on evolve? So now it's 50 power. So it's a 10 power increase. Okay, yeah, that is pretty good. That's pretty strong. Soul Eater might be pretty good now. Change the spear out of 5 penetration, increase medical power from buffing the flat pin items. Which is good, I guess. Make mages a little bit more viable. Remove 5% penetration, added 5 flat pen. Wow, so do more. Okay, do more is just gonna be the best item, surely. Increase the magical power and added flat pen on it. Going Doomorb in a Spear of Death is probably so nice. I guess that makes sense that they wouldn't nerf Book of Thought too much if they're going to buff all the other items. So that actually makes a little bit more. Why did it do that? Makes more sense they do that. Karen's Coin and Rod both getting some power increases. They're just buffing mages across the board, making them more viable. Although I think the Conduit buff alone made them good enough. Plus some of the nerfs to physicals, but that's fine, I guess. They're probably gonna be busted again. Buffing Demonic Grip, 65 power to 75 power. Probably meaningless. Remove protection and healing self debuff on Sphinx Baubles. Finally. So that's now 2 items in this tree. Because these items were originally balanced around the fact that they would give you a really cool mechanic, but they would also give you a negative. Now that's 2 items that have no negative, right? That's pretty funny. So you can just spam Bobble, go Bobble characters. You could go Bobble Hell, Bobble Afro with no negative, no protection or healing debuff. Probably gonna be it's gonna be a mage and Bobble meta. All right, so now some God balance. Chronos, decrease cooldown from 18-14 to 16-14. Meaningless, absolutely meaningless. This character is still gonna be bad, except for split pushing. So our cat decrease cooldown from 14 to 12 seconds. Okay. I hope there's some things, more spicy things, because so far this is not spicy at all. Cool. Number change. Probably more viable. Increase protection reduction from 5 to 15 to 5 to 25. Buffing hell? Question mark? In the same patch you buff all mage items and buff Bobble? Use your brain, Mark. HIREZ. Can I see you send link on chat? There you go. Okay, another healer getting buffed. Buffing Guan's Conviction from 20 to 100 to 40 to 120, which doubles when you have your passive. Remember that. I don't know. They go back and forth this character on sustain all the time. He also he doesn't need a ton of healing on his one because he can spam it, first of all. And second of all, it gives the benefit of reducing cooldowns. So, whatever. He's still not going to be good, though. Bacchus, increased damage from 90 to 250 to 90 to 270. Bacchus buff! This just shows you that they're behind on patches. Either they're behind on patches or they mostly buff off statistics, because Bacchus is like the best support in the game, in my opinion. What a fucking busted character. Some quality of life god adjustments. One of our goals for 11.3 is to give a large number of gods quality of life or otherwise exciting updates. Our number one priority is the adjusted characters have a more exciting loop, a new tool for their kit, or just generally feel better to play. Yes, more tools. I love more tools. I gotta have my tools. My tools. I like to bind. I like to be bound. Some of these changes are intentionally vague or subtle, so we highly recommend trying out the changes on PTS and comparing them to the live client to get a better gist of them. We completely understand that some of these changes will have big impacts on balance, or that some of these gods are perceived to already be good and don't need more buffs. We are keeping a very close eye on these changes and are fully prepared to be more heavy-handed with nerfs if some... Yes, dude, I love this. This sounds fun. This is what I'm talking about, the spiciness. We also implemented... I hope they do this with Smite 2. They better do this with Smite 2. We're going to do periodic QOL passes like this in the future. So we would love to hear community suggestions and what you are most excited about. All right, let's get into it. Some fun stuff. Let's get into the jizz of it. Chiron can fire basic attack arrows during giddy up, so why not his Master Roll shot as well? Chiron may now fire Master Roll shot while charging. Yes, dude. People have been suggesting that forever. The firing time of each shot now better matches the animation. Okay. I didn't know it was off before. That's pretty cool. I don't think it really changes that much, but it's just a nice quality of life, which I guess is what's intended. Kali may now move while her passive UI is up. Oh, really, Mike? What does this mean? I mean, I know what it means, but what does it mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, I know it's... But, like... If you're alive and your target dies, it just changes to the next person. It just allows you to do it, I guess. You can walk the lane while you're picking your target. Or maybe you can walk around and see where, like, which lane each person is and then choose. Oh, when she respawns true, so you can get out of base a little bit sooner. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so Heim, reduce the time Heim is locked out of performing any action or missing this ability, allowing him to act sooner. Yes, dude. I mean, Heim's already a really strong character right now. He's like the one mannequin's abuser in ranked in ADC, but don't build mannequins to anybody else. But yes, this actually is really cool. That's a really feels good change. It's always felt bad about him being animation locked. Basic attacks. The firing net timing now better matches the animation. Uh-oh, is this character getting buffed? Max health gain per match increased from 350 to 998. Huh? While Karen is very recent, released compared to many others lists, we heard many requests for infinite stacking mechanics from throughout the community. While we unfortunately can't give players infinite health, it's certainly a lot of fun to aim to get that high score, which in this case is as much health as you possibly can. Huh? Do they know that Karen is a fucking demon in all of ranked? He's played in every role and he's absolutely busted? I mean, they do. They said they don't really care about balance. So that's fair. Cool. Guess he's permaban now. Both of these also match their animation better, I guess, firing. Okay. When Sobek uses ultimate, he looks into the water, which puts him below the ground. If Sobek can simply swim through the ground, why not player-made walls too? Sobek may now pass through player-made walls while this ability is active. Okay. Okay, baby. That's awesome. Everyone always complained about this because they're like, it's unrealistic. He's in the water. He's underground. He should be able to go through the wall. But honestly, pretty cool buff. I like it. Makes more sense than Vamana just walking through walls. Let's be real. At least he's actually going under it. All right. Between Poseidon and Kokogen, there have been countless instances where enemies appear to be in their AoEs but just narrowly escaped unscathed. We have very slightly adjusted these two abilities to match a bit closer to their visuals, which should result in a less instances of surprising misses. So these are just more guaranteed now. That seems pretty broken because it was pretty hard to hit these abilities raw a lot of the time. And that's coming from somebody who does it quite often. As Kokogen had been doing very well as recent patches, adjustments will be tempered with a preemptive nerf. Oh, so they matched the basic attacks better and Whirlwind better, but they decrease the scaling protect from 17% to 50% and Zephyr increase cooldown by 1 second. Honestly, sure, maybe. If this is like guaranteed to hit a lot more, he's still probably fine. Ymir can see, Ymir can fight. Glacial Strike. The camera is now unlocked while Ymir is firing this ability. Oh, okay. And Frost Breath. So he's still rooted, but you can look around. You're not just sitting there stuck in an animation. You're still stuck in the animation technically, but you can at least look around. Probably not too much. That doesn't. It's not like you're gonna be like, oh my god, this character's busted now. I can see. Ymir. Oh wait. So Scotty, another animation thing. Basic attacks. Okay. Calder can now take 5 instances of damage from any minion source before losing health. This does not include jungle bosses. Oh shit, so she basically has 10 HP. 10 HP hit points against minions. Okay, cool. Probably still not good, but guess for tanking waves it can be good. Cupid now gains 2 stacks when hitting enemy gods. Ooh, so double the value of his passive. Meh. Probably not great, but... This ability now knocks Jingwei up less than enemy gods. So she gets like a mini knock-up so she can get her steroid quicker? I guess that's cool. Does that mean you dash? You don't dash as far? Same distance. Okay, Fafnir's lockout time while landing has been reduced, also affects his transformed ability. Oh, because whenever you jump as Fafnir, you get stuck on the ground for a second before you can do stuff, like such as use your 1. So that's actually kind of nice. But you'll have to time your 1 a little bit better. Because before it was mandatory delay, now you can like wait and stun. Like if you stun somebody, you want to stun them like 2 seconds later. Or 1.5 seconds later. T-Man will always respawn in flying stance no matter which stance she died in. Oh, that's cool. That's fine. Bastet, I don't know why I said it like that. Bastet may now cancel this ability while it is active to put it on cooldown. Okay, because before you would just like jump back to get it on cooldown sooner. A lot of the time now you can cancel it, but I'm afraid a lot of people are going to accidentally cancel this. And then they won't jump back and they'll be sad. But I guess that's cool. Unfortunately, they didn't fix the bug that's been on Bastet for 10 years where your bounce back, your jump back will just go on cooldown if you get CC'd at the wrong time. Right when you click it, it doesn't do anything, but it goes on cooldown. I would have rather them fix that than do this. Freya may now cancel this ability while it is active to put it on cooldown. That's her 1. Decrease cooldown from 11 to 8 seconds. Wow. That's another thing you kind of just had like we're using and you're just like timing out, but now you can do it on your own and then you have even shorter cooldown. That's pretty good. Sacred Monkey, improved teleport responsiveness. So you can like insta TP if you want to TP to the first thing it hits. Probably better now. Matches the animation better. Artemis now may spawn traps slightly faster. Okay, cool. Probably better for comboing off of stuff or catching people's like movement. They're walking. The damage and stun timing now better matches his abilities animation. Okay, that's interesting because Zhongkui's 3 always hits basically, even if you stun him right when he clicks the ability. It still for some reason goes around. So I wonder how that works. Okay, acid spray timing and animation match better. Same with Sylvanas auto attacks and his 3. Okay. A lot of these could be like pretty impactful if it makes it easier to hit, of course. Same thing with Bramble Bass and basic attacks. A lot of basic attacks that I didn't really realize. Basic attacks. Ability animates and fires approximately 25% faster. The projectile speed of this ability is increased by approximately 5%. Okay. So we can guess a little bit easier to hit. Terra now has access to this ability from level 1, her dash. This ability deals no damage unless Terra has a point in it. This ability has a 20-second cooldown unless Terra has a point in it. The mana cost between ranks is unchanged. Wow. That's pretty spicy. I always tell you guys that Terra's level 1 and 2 is horrible, but once you hit level 3, that's when you actually become a character. Now you can have those abilities because you can just. She's actually probably going to be good in solo now, especially with the itemization in the game, in support and solo. What? Cthulhu no longer channels this ability, meaning the portal will grow and fire on its own. Cthulhu's cast time has been reduced by approximately 75%. What? That makes his base stance and team fights better, for sure. That makes the ability a lot better. That's pretty insane. But kind of weird, I will say. I would not have expected something like that. That's cool, though. So basic attacks match better. Agni is no longer rooted while casting his ability. It's the one they already teased, so we saw this. He's slow by 50% for the duration. So you're not rooted while Agni bombing. People are making it more of a big deal out of this than I think it is. I actually don't think this is that broken. Okay. Oh, here we go. Stupid chain lightning. Okay, animation matches better. But Zeus may now refire this ability while it's active, put on cooldown. This is his 2. Enemies hit by the initial shield damage now also gain a charge. That's a big buff. You can finally pull your shield back. That's super nice. Raven Shout. This ability no longer deals bonus damage if the shield is full, instead always dealing the bonus damage if it is active when Odin lands from lunge. Wow, okay. Finger's Might. This ability no longer has the second rune, which would cause Odin's Spear to home onto enemy gods, which was really useful for solo lane, by the way, because you easily procced Axe with it. It was broken. This ability now only pulses twice, which either provides the attack speed buff or the stun when the spear is thrown. The total damage from the pulses have been split evenly among the two. The spear throw now provides minion knockback. The firing timing of the spear throw now better matches animation. Okay. That's cool, I guess. Some good changes, Jiggy, some spicy ones for sure. While Arachne was a recipient of past spicy changes, we want to revisit our adjustments because we felt we could make the ability even more intuitive. As such, we have reverted back to requiring 3 successful basic attacks on a single target, but we have further adjusted the ability to allow for non-consecutive hits. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Arachne no longer needs to hit consecutive basic attacks on an enemy, now requires 3 successful basic attacks on a single target to stun. And allow her to stun multiple people. So you're a spider, you should be able to be cocooning everything. Boom, stun, put them in a cocoon, put this one in a cocoon, put them in a cocoon. If you do it in a team fight, that should be allowed. This doesn't really change anything though. This character is still gonna be bad. Jingten, Smoldering Rage. Jingten now gains 5+1 per level, temporary maximum health per stack. Jingten now inherently has uncapped HP 5. Okay, there's 2 sides to this. One, I really enjoy spicy changes. And we're all waiting for Smite 2, so this will be fun. I'm glad. I'm happy to try it. But 2, there's no logic to that. Every character in the game has rules. And you're just saying, yeah, for this character, we're just going to remove one of his rules. So I can build fucking 500 HP 5? That seems a little silly, and you also get maximum health from his passive now. Wait, what does this mean? So his HP just increases while you have the passive? What happens when you lose it? Yeah, temporary. So you're just gonna lose the max HP? Oh, that's kind of weird. But King Arthur can't proc Death Stole. Okay, now Shiva. The first part of this ability functions like a regular dash, allowing Shiva to slide along walls but no longer stop short. Okay, so you don't just get stopped by walls now, like the walls on the map. Shiva now gains the damage mitigation while dashing in addition to when he's inside the pillar. Okay, infused Shiva, baby, it's back. $500 temporary health. So what's this? 1 per level, so level 20. So 25 and then 25 times 5, or 25 times 20. Yeah, that's 500. So 500 temporary HP plus uncapped HP 5. Was that bad math? I thought he had 20 stacks. Oh, he has 12 stacks, doesn't he? Not 20. Zington doesn't get 20 stacks. He gets 12. I'm stupid. Yeah. Good call. Okay. Currently a mainstay of the ranked and casual measure changes being paired with a preemptive nerf. Hidden enemy no longer grants a block stack, instead granting a stack of 60% damage mitigation against the next instance of enemy basic attack damage. Reach also grants a damage mitigation stack when hitting an enemy god once per attack. Decrease slow from shield wall from 20% to 15%. Yeah, she's already really meta right now, so we're gonna go ahead and throw in a nerf with this really good buff. Yeah, we're gonna lower the slow on her shield wall from 20 to 15%. Okay, well, pretty cool, I guess. Some cool changes. A lot of animation changes. Probably feel better than they do to read. Reading them is pretty pointless, but feeling them might feel good. So overall, I give this patch a... I'm gonna be honest, I give it a C. I give it a C. When I read these this stuff, I thought a lot of these things were gonna be spicier. And honestly, apart from maybe the animations, we'll have to see how those feel. The only real spicy meatball was the Terra, Cthulhu, and Jingten. Maybe Zeus. Those are some spicy meatballs.